Imagine a world without light after sunset. No streetlights, no glowing screens, no hum of appliances. For most of human history, this was reality. The night belonged to darkness, and our days were ruled by the sun. Then, in a revolutionary turn, humanity learned how to harness one of nature's most mysterious forces, electricity. But how did we get here? This is the story of one of humanity's greatest achievements. Electricity itself is not an invention, it's a natural phenomenon. It has always existed around us, but for centuries, humans could only observe it without truly understanding it. Ancient civilizations noticed its effects in various ways. The Greeks, around 600 BCE, discovered that rubbing amber against cloth created a mysterious force that could attract small objects. This force was later called electricity, derived from the Greek word electron, meaning amber. Yet for thousands of years, electricity remained nothing more than a curiosity. A major breakthrough came in the 17th century, when scientists like William Gilbert began to study electrical phenomena and distinguish them from magnetism. Gilbert was the first to coin the term electric, referring to the properties of amber. But it wasn't until the 18th century that electricity began to be studied more seriously. Benjamin Franklin's famous kite experiment in 1752 demonstrated that lightning was a form of electrical energy. This experiment, although dangerous, was historic. Electricity was no longer seen as a divine mystery, but as something that could be observed and perhaps controlled. Over time, scientists and inventors began transforming theoretical knowledge about electricity into practical applications. One of the pioneers of this revolution was Alessandro Volta, who in 1800 invented the first electric battery, the voltaic pile. For the first time, humanity had a continuous and reliable source of electrical energy. This milestone opened the door for further discoveries. In 1831, Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, a principle that forms the basis of modern generators and electric motors. Faraday proved that mechanical energy could be converted into electrical energy, making electricity not just something to observe, but a force to be used. During the 19th century, electricity became an increasingly practical field of study. Scientists like James Clerk Maxwell expanded the theoretical understanding by developing the laws that described the behavior of electric and magnetic fields. However, bringing electricity into homes and cities required visionaries with practical ambitions. Thomas Edison was one of them. In 1879, he patented a practical incandescent light bulb, an invention that made large-scale artificial lighting possible. Edison also worked on creating the first electrical distribution networks, turning electricity into a daily reality for millions. But Edison wasn't alone. One of his greatest rivals was Nikola Tesla, a visionary genius who developed the alternating current AC system, which allowed electricity to be transmitted over long distances more efficiently than Edison's direct current DC system. The so-called War of the Currents between Edison and Tesla marked a decisive turning point in the history of electricity. In the end, Tesla's alternating current system prevailed, becoming the global standard for electricity distribution. The 20th century marked the beginning of a new era. Electricity was no longer just for lighting. It powered industrial machines, household appliances, and new means of communication like radio and later television. Throughout the century, electrical energy radically transformed society, improving quality of life and paving the way for innovations we now take for granted. Every time we turn on a computer, charge a smartphone, or travel on an electric train, we benefit from a long chain of discoveries and innovations. Today, electricity is so deeply integrated into our lives that we rarely think about it. It powers our cities, hospitals, communications, and even our transportation systems. But this incredible force, which we often take for granted, is the result of centuries of study, experiments, and collaboration among great minds. Electricity is not just a technological invention, it's a story of curiosity, determination, and human ingenuity. From the sparks created by rubbing amber to the lights illuminating our cities, electricity has transformed our world. The next time you flip a switch or plug in a device, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey that brought electricity into your life. This was Top Inventions and Discoveries. If you enjoyed this journey into the history of electricity, subscribe to the channel to discover more stories about the innovations that changed the world. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.